So Mike, MySpace just several years ago was all the rage in social networking. It's really taken a back seat to Facebook in particular, but others. It's been sort of a dramatic reversal. First, explain how MySpace got in that situation.
Well, my belief is that MySpace got very diverse in its offering and didn't really have a specialized service that users understood. So as we broadened our service over time, I think we lost some of the core strategic functions that MySpace offered early on that delighted its customers.
MySpace has a brand new look today. The social network trying to reboot and go after the younger crowd.
So Mike, tell us what you like about the reboot. What's going to be
Sure,
cool?
this is a completely new product for MySpace. We're engaging in a new strategy called social entertainment. It's a product targeted at our Gen Y audience, and we're very excited about, and something that'll start rolling out today.
And this is different from what you used to do. It used to be a social network, right? I could find my friends real quickly, right? Well, how's it different?
Still find your friends on MySpace, but the goal here is to connect you with what you love in entertainment. So your favorite movies, your favorite TV shows, your favorite celebrities.
February 2006. MySpace had just become the most visited website in the United States, surpassing even Google. It was growing at an unbelievable rate, adding 230,000 new users every single day. By the end of that year, it had over 100 million accounts, making it the largest social networking site in the world. For millions of users, MySpace wasn't just a website. It was the internet. It shaped music, pop culture, and how people connected online. But today, MySpace is nothing more than a distant memory, a ghost town of what it once was. So what happened? How did the most dominant social media platform collapse while Facebook took over the world? In 2003, the internet was still a chaotic place. Social networking was in its early stages, with platforms like Friendster and LiveJournal attracting niche audiences. But two men, Tom Anderson and Chris DeWolf, saw an opportunity. They built MySpace as a direct response to Friendster, which had strict rules and often blocked users for small violations. MySpace did the opposite. It was open, flexible, and completely customizable. Users could design their profiles with different layouts, music, and even HTML code. This level of freedom was something no other platform offered at the time. By 2005, MySpace had exploded. It was adding 70 million new users a year. The site was valued at $580 million, and News Corporation, led by Rupert Murdoch, quickly acquired it. MySpace was now backed by one of the most powerful media empires in the world. The numbers were staggering. In 2006, MySpace overtook Yahoo and Google as the most visited website in the US. By 2007, it had 300 million registered users, almost the size of the entire US population at the time. MySpace Music helped launch the careers of artists like Arctic Monkeys, Adele, and Lily Allen. For young people, MySpace wasn't just a social network, it was a cultural movement. Musicians, artists, and influencers were born on the platform. Companies, brands, and even politicians used it to connect with audiences. It seemed unstoppable, but in the background, something was changing. A new competitor was rising, one that would completely reshape the internet. In 2007, MySpace was at its peak, but beneath the surface, cracks were already forming. The first problem? Corporate interference. After News Corporation bought MySpace for $580 million, it became more about maximizing revenue than improving the user experience. The platform was flooded with aggressive ads, pop-ups, and sponsored content, making it slower and frustrating to use. Meanwhile, Facebook, MySpace's quiet competitor, was taking a different approach. Unlike MySpace, Facebook prioritized clean design, stability, and real name identities. It felt more professional, while MySpace felt cluttered and chaotic. By 2008, Facebook's user base was growing at an alarming rate, especially among college students and professionals. Then came a major turning point. In 2008, Facebook surpassed MySpace in global traffic. By 2009, Facebook had 307 million users, while MySpace had declined to 125 million. The difference was clear. Facebook was growing, while MySpace was shrinking. Users were leaving MySpace for one simple reason: it wasn't evolving. The site's infrastructure was outdated. Pages took forever to load. The interface became cluttered with autoplay music, excessive GIFs, and spammy friend requests. Meanwhile, Facebook's sleek and fast experience was drawing users away. A former MySpace executive later admitted that the company failed to innovate. Instead of improving the product, they focused on maximizing ad revenue, a decision that alienated users. Then came the final blow. In 2011, News Corporation, realizing MySpace was dying, sold it for just $35 million, a 94% drop from its original purchase price. From being the biggest website in the world, MySpace has now become irrelevant. But why did Facebook succeed while MySpace failed? The answer lies in leadership, adaptability, and vision. By the time MySpace was declining, Facebook was executing a master plan. While MySpace was busy maximizing ads, Facebook focused on user engagement, trust, and long-term growth. One of Facebook's biggest advantages was Mark Zuckerberg's leadership. Unlike MySpace's shifting corporate owners, Zuckerberg had a clear vision to create a social network that connected people in a meaningful way. Facebook made key moves that MySpace never did. In 2006, it introduced the news feed, which displayed real-time updates from friends instead of requiring users to visit individual profiles. In 2009, the like button transformed social media engagement, making interaction seamless and addicting. Unlike MySpace, Facebook quickly embraced mobile, launching a seamless mobile app by 2011. It also opened its Facebook platform in 2007, allowing developers to create apps, games, and tools, fueling further growth. While MySpace became a chaotic mix of spam and irrelevant content, Facebook felt organized, trustworthy, and professional. By 2012, Facebook reached 1 billion users, solidifying its dominance. That same year, it went public with a $104 billion valuation, the largest tech IPO in history at the time. Meanwhile, MySpace was barely hanging on. It rebranded as a music platform, but by then, the internet had moved on. Today, Facebook, now Meta, owns Instagram, WhatsApp, and Oculus, shaping the digital world. MySpace, it remains a relic of the past, a warning about what happens when innovation stops. The rise and fall of MySpace is a lesson in business, technology, and strategy. It proves that dominance is never permanent and that in the fast-changing world of the internet, staying ahead means constantly evolving. What do you think? Could MySpace have survived if it had adapted sooner? Let us know in the comments.